Hi, the Rings of Power fans. Welcome to Tori Talks with Dr. S. I'm Tori. This is Dr. S. We're going to talk about episode 7 today called The Eye. And why is it called The Eye? I mean, Queen Regent is now blind, but also the Eye of Sauron?
Maybe, but they didn't really show, like, the eye. We've seen the eye before. I don't know either, actually.
I was wondering if they're being tricky. But, okay, this, of course, is the aftermath of, I don't know, the volcanic explosion, the flood, I don't even know, the water being released, whatever that catastrophe
was. To
was.
me, it looked like, okay, so the key turned, and then... You know, like when you like throw water into oil and then steam comes up? Is that what happened?
Oh, I love that! Yes.
But then the ash keeps falling because it's so...
That's the darkness that Adar wanted.
It seems like they're just going to die from inhaling that.
Seriously.
Nobody's coughing or anything, but I feel like that...
Let's be realistic.
You'd be dead.
So Galadriel wakes up. And she has to look after Theo because, like, nobody knows where anybody is right now. So I'm confused about what happened with Isildur. Because he sees that one of his friends died, and then he just, like, disappears. Why does his dad think he's dead? Why did they make him think he was dead?
I don't know either.
Is it because he wanted to go without him somewhere, and he didn't want him to get mad at him? But then why didn't he just be like, oh, he left?
I had that same question, because he didn't die.
Don't make him think that his son died?
I know.
The captain?
That's kind of mean.
Okay, yeah. I didn't get that.
He's already lost enough.
Oh, I know. So they slowly start to reunite, and like I said, the Queen Regent is blind. Well, she's pretty much blind, right? So then I think it's funny along the way. Help me out with this. Galadriel's telling Theo about how she was, like, married before to someone named Celeborn. That sounds familiar. Did we know Celeborn?
I don't know.
From Lord of the Rings, the movie? Okay, because you just recently watched
because
it.
All I remember of Galadriel in The Lord of the Rings is just very, like, ethereal, like, coming as a vision type thing. But we didn't really see her live in life.
I feel like that name sounds so...
More like, I just remember Cate Blanchett's big face on the screen.
Oh, I know. Just, like glowing.
Yeah.
Just perfect.
Perfect, exactly.
Just perfect, yes. All right. Well, I don't know, but the Celeborn thing was like, I feel like I've heard that before.
Maybe we'll learn more about that.
Yes. So... We reunite with Bronwyn and Arondir. I'm sorry I'm rolling my eyes, but it's just like a lot of like pulling apart and coming back. And did she die? No, she didn't die.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my lord. So yay. I mean,
and like you say though, you know, there should be more joy when you find out that your son's alive, or your mom's alive, or Arondir's alive. Like not just like quiet hug.
Are you just traumatized, or is it? I don't know.
Yeah.
And then Halbrand we see is very injured, and he's gonna need like an elvish medicine for his wound. So Galadriel is gonna have to take him back. So let's talk about the hate for the show, because part of it is here with me. I don't hate this show by any means, but it's so funny. It's not funny. It's actually sad. I feel sad for the fans of The Lord of the Rings and Tolkien that they're saying they're not following it, and they're making like a mockery of it. And I do feel bad because I don't have that kind of passion for the show and the books and all that stuff because I just don't know it, and it's not my wheelhouse. But we were talking, and a lot of the problems we have with the show is casting. Yeah. We talked about that. So I was saying the actress who played Galadriel, you know, she's probably a great actress, but this is one note. She has nothing. There's no rise and fall. There's no depth. There's nothing really exciting about her.
With all the trauma that has happened to her, and she's angry, right? We know that she's angry.
Oh, yeah. She's always angry.
It's just like she's just harnessed it into like one goal, which is to find Sauron and kill him.
Yeah.
But there's no, I don't know, anger is usually expressed in more highs and lows.
Yeah.
So that is kind of interesting.
And then Bronwyn, same. It's always the same intensity the whole way through.
Yeah.
And yes, like reuniting with Theo or like being in love with Arondir. It's also tense and serious. And I know
controlled.
Yes. And they are under dire circumstances. I get it. But also like it's not going to be interesting. You don't make the character interesting if you...
And even people who are living in the worst conditions still experience joy.
Yeah.
There's still ups and downs within that. So it doesn't have to be like, oh, we're, you know, oppressed. The situation's terrible, so we have no emotion.
Yes.
I get what you're saying now.
Yeah,
totally.
So, like, it's not even... There's a lot of, like, I don't know. Some scenes just go on way too long, like with Durin and Elrond. Sometimes I'm just like, holy crap, let's get to the point here. And there's another casting problem. We have Elrond.
Yeah, so I love Elrond in Lord of the Rings.
Yes. absolutely.
Right? The Matrix guy.
Yes.
So good. He doesn't even need to talk, and he has levels.
Exactly.
His face says it all.
Yes.
But he does talk, and it's great. But then Elrond in this show, he looks like a sitcom character, like Barney from How I Met Your Mother. What's his name?
Neil Patrick Harris. No.
Doogie Howser.
Oh, Neil Patrick Harris. Yeah.
So I can't not see him, and then the way he talks is just not very like, I don't know, like he doesn't have that elf presence.
I know, and it's like you can't make the excuse that they're like very calm people because Legolas had like
he had charisma.
Yeah,
even with
Kate Blanchett's Galadriel.
Even Arwen, who was very like calm, she just exuded like a grace about her without even having to talk very much.
It's the nonverbal acting.
Yeah, she would like. I remember when she like rode on her horse and just like her. I don't know. Everything was just like more. Yeah.
It's like so stale to me for some reason. And yes, he's another example.
The dwarves are good though.
But the dwarves are so
the dwarves are so good.
Disa. Yes, they are. It's perfect.
Yes.
So it's so glad that they paired him with the dwarves because he needed it to. I don't know. Like it just takes me out of the scene and makes me bored to watch them.
Yeah.
I hate saying that. I'm sorry. If you love them, great. Tell me why we should love them too. But so in that scene, I'll stop hating on the actors and the casting. But yeah, the problems you have, I think, are probably are valid because they bother you. But that's what bothers me most about it.
Yeah, it's funny though. But the people who are hating on it don't hate the acting. But they could hate the acting.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they more hate. Well, I don't know. I'm kind of confused because some people are saying like, oh, it's purely fan fiction, right? It doesn't draw, like it's ruining the whole story world. But then I think it's like based on not even actual books, right? But on like the indices of the books. Like so, it had to be pieced together into a story because it wasn't a story, and so they're calling it fan fiction. But then I was like, well, fan fiction is a thing, and these people who are making the show are fans, so I guess it is fan fiction. Whoa. Although they just have a ton of money, they got a lot of funding to make really elaborate fan fiction. YouTube can make fan fiction and put it on YouTube.
Yeah, and the money they spent on this, the production value is off the charts. It's amazing. But I think they're lacking on some other things. Yeah. But I don't know, because I'm not like the Tolkien fan, so I don't know. But I think people say that they're not capturing his essence. And like, I bet like they feel like they know him and his writing style. Mm-hmm. So they're saying, no, this is not what he would have done. So the passion is really what I admire the most. Like, I know some people are just flat out like, I hate it. Someone called it like rings of poop or something. And I know that just means that you really care about the story. So I don't think it's like offensive or anything.
Yes.
But all right, let's get out of that topic. But so Elrond and Durin. So we're still like, why are we still talking about how he really needs a mithril? And then again, it's like Durin's like, yeah, okay, great, let's do it. And then his dad's like, no. And he's like, well, we're doing it anyway.
Yeah, we don't need to do it twice. You know, like just one time say no and then just go do it. Yeah. Because we don't need to do it twice.
I don't know why this is still going on.
The storytelling could be more concise. Plus, we already know you're going to get it because we saw it in Lord of the Rings. Yeah. Like Frodo had the vest. So you're going to get it.
You're not fooling anyone.
Speed it up.
And then he goes against his father's wishes and he's like, takes away his like princedom thing and then he kicks out Elrond, which...
His prince necklace.
He just takes it off and throws it.
Don't pick that up. That's not yours.
Yeah, that's not yours anymore. So then something happens and he like, I don't know, what does he do? He awakens something. Balrog?
What is that?
I only read that. I don't know Balrog or
haven't we seen that before? That thing? It looks familiar.
I don't know. Me. Not to me.
I don't know.
Maybe because you just saw the movie.
Maybe.
It's fresh in your mind.
I should know what it is then.
No, that's a lot. That's 3 long movies.
Yeah, I know. It looked familiar to me.
Yeah, but what the whole thing with the leaf was really interesting, like how magical it can be to like bring back the leaf. Like that was so cool and everything.
That was cool.
Boy, that storyline took
way
too long.
So basically behind the wall where all the mithril is, but far down where he threw the leaf to, that thing was there.
Yeah. Waiting.
So it's right there outside.
It is, yeah.
Well, and like in the Lord of the Rings, remember like the mines of Moria, they all went in there?
Yes, I do.
But that's like where the dwarf kingdom is and stuff. So the fact that there's just a thin wall between what that thing is and their whole kingdom and their mind, is kind of troublesome.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I don't know where that's going to go, but that doesn't look good either.
No. That was the most exciting thing though, seeing that because I care about the dwarves. I don't want them to get. I mean, but we already know that whole thing is going to be defunct. The mines are not going to be in use.
Exactly. Yeah. So there you go.
Speed it up again.
Come on.
I need to know how it happens.
All right. Yeah. The only change of pace we get is like Durin and Disa and stuff like that, but then also the Harfoots, because so finally they arrive at the Grove, and again, there's too much of this back and forth. We're like, the stranger,
he's good already. Okay, let him be. He's helping.
Him be. Yeah, right, exactly. So they kind of like they do like a send off to him. They give him an apple, and then like everything flourishes and everything's going great. But no, there's so much back and forth. It's ridiculous. The weird looking hooded creatures are back, and they're looking for him.
Yeah.
And they've probably drawn attention to themselves with that whole, like, abundance of...
I like them.
Yeah.
They're interesting characters.
They're pretty interesting.
Yeah. I don't know what they're there for.
Yeah, and Nori, what the heck? Like, just let them pass. You don't have to be like, hey, I know where he is. He's that way. What the heck? Dude, you're so little. Do not draw attention. So anyway, then, you know, they, like, set fire to their livelihood, their whole life. Yeah. And so...
I didn't like that part, by the way.
No,
that was not nice.
No. And then then they're like, okay, well, four of them are like, well, let's go find the stranger. Okay. It's like, get rid of him and then come back. And that's what I'm saying. It's just so much.
But isn't this what they do, though? Because, like, in Lord of the Rings, you're like, okay, then Frodo and Sam go off. And then it's Merry and Pippin go off. And it's like, and then they come together in the end. And then there's a big battle.
So maybe that is what Tolkien wanted. But it's just, it's a lot. All right, and so basically now the ending was pretty exciting because we now know that there is no more Southlands. It's now Mordor.
Yes.
I know Mordor.
We know Mordor, yes.
So there you go. That was the 7th episode. But I don't know. I don't hate this show. I don't love this show. But, you know, it's actually pretty impressive for me, who does not like fantasy, to say I don't hate it. Or like it's not completely putting me to sleep. But yeah, there's obviously issues with it, but yeah, I think visually I get it with the whole visuals.
It looks good.
It's beautiful. Holy crap, it feels very heavy.
Yeah, it's really there's not a lot of joy.
Yeah,
there's no comic relief really, because like in Lord of the Rings there would be little like jokes between, you know, like Legolas and Gimli.
Oh,
little things like
that's right.
Yeah, but then there's not a lot of like humor, you know. There should be little moments, because even people fighting wars have to find a way to like survive, or they would just all kill themselves.
Right.
Like, what are you fighting for if not the little glimmer of joy that you like, the little fire that's burning within you that you know is.
And how can we be invested if we don't see what they're fighting for?
Yeah.
It's interesting. One more thing. I know one of our amazing viewers who always comments and talks to us asked about, like, who do we think Sauron is? And I had 0 guesses, but then I read in the comments, I said it's Halbrand. So that makes that's a pretty cool twist for me, not knowing anything.
I did not even know that Sauron had to be a character, like, to be looked for.
I know. It threw me off,
I just thought he was like evil force somewhere.
Like, eventually we'll see him.
Far away, yeah. So, I don't know.
But that would be a really
interesting.
Fun
But
twist.
then, if that is the case, but also our other very kind viewer, Curtis Franks, said to delete that comment and don't look at it, because it's not really a spoiler, but maybe not a spoiler. Because there are no spoilers, because nobody should really know.
True.
Because it's not real.
True. Right, yes.
But if it is Halbrand, does he know? So you know how he has a secret?
Yes.
So is this his secret, but he knows that he's going to do something in the future?
Oh.
Because, I don't know, it's very confusing.
It is a little confusing, but
yeah,
that would be fun.
Right. But if he really knew that about himself, I don't feel like we would see that inner turmoil.
Yeah.
He maybe just knows something bad's going to happen, but he doesn't know how bad.
Yes, that's true.
And where's Isildur?
The hell is Isildur?
Where did he go? Because he's the one who's going to defeat Sauron, and now he's just hiding out.
Yeah, what the heck is that?
And pretty sure he has to go find that hilt, right? Because the hilt is what he uses.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. I don't know. It didn't feel like a penultimate episode to me.
No.
I could have combined this with the finale, maybe. But I don't know. Okay, so next up is the finale. So please join us for that. And please keep the comments coming. I really have enjoyed them, whether you hate the show or love the show or have anything to share with us. I've really liked it.
Agreed.
Yeah, and then while you're there, please like and subscribe, and then we'll see you next week for the finale. Thanks for watching, everybody. Bye.